everyone, I'm Ian, and guess what? I'm back for another anime tag video. This one was started by Ninja Mushi. I'll link his channel around here and also in the description together with the stuff from the people that tagged me. And you heard right, I said people because I got tagged by 3 different people on the same day. Say what? How did that even happen? But yeah, thanks to you guys, the Random Summer 613, Spoiler Alert Podcast, and Greek Otaku. They're all awesome, and go check their stuff out. I'll also leave everything around here. And without further ado, let's go to the questions. Question number 1. Favorite and least favorite anime genre? Well, I can't really say that I have an absolute favorite genre, since I can enjoy pretty much anything as long as it is fun and entertaining for me. I did investigate my list a little bit more, and what I found out was that most of my favorites do actually have a supernatural or a fantasy element to them, so let's go with that. When it comes to my least favorite, I decided to go with harem because I just hate how there are tons of them that are exactly the same, they are exact lookalikes and they are just a formula. There's all they are there. There's nothing else going for them. I do have some harem as my top series, but usually they have another element that adds up to the harem and makes it less typical per se. Question number 2. Is there an anime you love so much you had to read the manga? And as a matter of fact, yes, I'm currently going through 2 that I've recently bought, and the first one is Bakuman and the second one is Attack on Titan. I've watched both these anime and I like both this anime, and now I'm reading the manga, so that qualifies. There are actually a lot more that are probably going to happen in the future since I've just started reading more manga than I did before. Question number 3 is favorite power in anime, and I spent a really long time considering the answer to this question, and I kept coming up with cool powers in anime like the blood powers in Dead Man Wonderland, or Lumiere from Kitty Grey that can take over any type of technology with her brain. But then I came up with Tiki Mix power in D-Grey-man, and that's the one that I decided to choose. Now, if you haven't read or seen D-Grey-man, this power doesn't come up until later in the series, so you might want to jump this bit. I'll leave an annotation for you to jump to the next question, and I'll give you 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and you're gone. Okay, so Tikimi can decide what he touches and what he rejects, which basically means that he can control his environment. He can decide that, for instance, in a closed space, no one can touch air and create a vacuum in that way, or he can decide that his feet touch certain bits of air and walk on them, or he can decide to go through a wall, or he can decide that your body is something that he can just pass and just like touch your organs and pull them out, because he can do that. Question number 4. What anime cliffhanger annoyed you the most? The answer to that would be the battle between Ichigo and Ulquiorra on Bleach. Because nearly a year passed since the beginning and the ending of that battle, and can you imagine, like, so that you get a notion of how annoying it was, you're watching a really fast-paced shonen series, and on episode 226 they're having that battle, and then they have 3 special episodes which have nothing to do with it, like a beach episode, that kind of stuff. And then they come back to tell us that we're getting an alternate tale, and for a whole arc at that. So nearly a year later, on episode 266, so like 40 episodes afterwards, we got back to the battle, and just on 272 the battle finished. So God forbid that Bleach follows a normal pattern like a normal series without just junk shoved in the middle of decisive battles. And my thoughts? Question number 5. Best moment in anime. Do you remember that moment in Durarara in which Isaiah stomps on a cell phone while laughing? Yep, that moment. Number 6. Favorite anime reviewer. Well, I can't really choose one. I'll have to cheat on this one because there are so many that I watch and love, and so many that influenced me personally, so many that I can call my friends now. So you're getting a list. So I'll start with Erin, Yoku, Daza, Lou, Zach, Random, Pat, Abby, JC, Thalia, Arrow, Matt, and Spoiler Alert Podcast. Question number 7. If you owned Avatar The Last Airbender, would you put it on your anime shelf? No, the first reason to this is I don't have an anime shelf yet. But the mainly reason is that I have other animated movies that I would put Avatar together with. Number 8. Anime you don't think gets enough love. Well, I've already said Cucho Branco more times than I can count, and I decided to go with a different one this time around, which is Honey and Clover. It's a 2006 anime done by JC Staff. This one is for everyone out there that likes like a really good drama romance series done in a more mature style, and for all people that complain that all series are done in high school, this one is in uni, so definitely worth a watch. Number 9, best relationship or bond in anime. And for this one I chose Madara and Natsume in Natsume Yujincho. There's a lot of subtleness in this relationship. Most of the times it just seems like a bit funny, sometimes it's serious, sometimes like Madara protects Natsume, sometimes Natsume is really worried about Madara, but you can see that it has a lot of kindness and a lot of like more gentle moments and more profound, that you can see how big that bond is becoming. And I found it really sweet, and there's a specific scene that I'm not going to spoil for you guys, but there's a specific scene that I think Apple Erin mentioned in her 12 Days of Anime that is really heartwarming, and you just go like, yes, they are just so perfect. Final question number 10. Which is your favorite anime? And as many people for sure have said before me, I don't have a favorite. I can't really pick favorites. I have favorites for all genres. I have favorites from like all seasons. I've been questioned about this so many times that I've actually picked one to like carry with me and just shove in people's faces when they ask me, so that I can like live with it. And that is Durarara, because it's one of the series that I've seen with best character writing. Like all the characters are amazing. You can just like say, this is my favorite character. At least I can't. I love pretty much nearly every character, has its own charm, and I never get tired of watching that series. It's one of the series that I've rewatched the most, one of the series that I always look forward to rewatch with like other people that I know will like it, and it's finally getting a season 2, so you can just see how excited I was about that. I wouldn't consider this my only or final answer, but it's definitely on my top 5 ever since it aired, so that has to count for something, and that's why I chose that one when people ask me this question that's completely impossible. The hard part is done and over, now it's the time for me to tag people into going through the same process as I did and trying to answer all these tough questions. So I'm tagging my friend the toughest ladybug, Adam Anime Central, Arrow HD, RC Anime Reviews, and Baker Street Geekery. And that's all for now. See you guys very soon.